All right, the difference between satisfied people and unsatisfied people. There's a big difference in people who are happy and those who say they're happy and those who truly are. And it's interesting. There's that old phrase that says, money can't buy happiness, and really it can't. But it can also offer opportunities that can make you happy. Here's what I mean. There are a lot of people in the world who make a lot of money, but they're just a cog in a wheel. They don't get a lot of satisfaction or meaning out of their work. So while they're making a lot of money, they're not actually happy because they don't really feel that it's fulfilling any really deep meaning in their life, and that it's contributing to something meaningful and making their life really a life worth living. But you have other people who sometimes they make less money, or maybe they're making the same amount of money, and maybe they have more stress and tension and fear with what they're doing and what they're trying to grow and build. Maybe it's a business, but they believe in what they're doing, and that is contributing and progressing towards something that matters to them. It's something that makes a difference. It's something that's meaningful. It's contributing to something greater than themselves. A lot of people, they don't know the key to happiness. I'll tell you, one of the greatest keys to happiness in the world is to begin something and to make progress toward it. All right, to begin something and make progress towards something that matters to you. A lot of people, again, I know a lot of people, they can stay home. They don't have to work. Maybe they're retired, maybe they're disabled, and they don't have to work. They don't have to do anything. But there's some of the most depressed people you ever meet because they're not working towards something. They're not working on something. I mean, I remember after I was retired out of the military, I didn't even know I was getting that retirement. I just figured I'd get out of the military after being injured like I was, and I'd figure something out. But that first week, I realized I didn't have to do anything. I'm speaking from experience here. And that was probably the most miserable week of my life. It was cool the first few days. I can sit on my couch and watch TV, do what I want. But then that got old after a little while. It didn't take long for me because I'm what's called a mover when it comes to my thinking and communication style. Is somebody who has to be actively doing something, or I get extremely depressed, and everybody's different, and so I'm a little more prone to that than a lot of people. But so many people are working jobs. So many people are running businesses or even started businesses that they really don't care about. They're doing it because it makes good money. And again, money's important. And I do believe that money does buy happiness to an extent. And now, here's what it doesn't do. It's not going to get you, money's not going to buy you lasting satisfaction and fulfillment in life. I'll tell you what it can do, though. Money can fund a project that you want to do because it means something deeply to you that gives you a sense of meaning and fulfillment. So in that sense, money can buy happiness, all right? Because it can make what fulfills you possible on a level that you couldn't have gotten to otherwise without the resources to make that happen. Anybody who makes a lot of money, if they want to make a lot of money, ask them why. If they just want to make it so they can buy Lamborghinis and Ferraris and a big house, that's cool. That's just fun. But just like anything else, like any other material possession, it's going to get old. I don't care what it is. If it's a new gun, if it's a new car, if it's a new house, it's great, it's beautiful, it's fun. But if you're not going to get your sense of meaning out of that, you're not going to feel like your life is worth something. Here's the people who would rather, like I said, the people who really live lives that are meaningful and fulfilled are people who they'd rather grunt it out. They'd rather be fearful. They'd rather not know if things are going to work out. But it's in pursuit of something that matters to them. It's contributing to a cause greater than themselves, something they deeply believe in. And again, there's so many people, they take jobs for the money that they really don't care about. They can do it. And hopefully if you're in that position, hopefully at some point you can actually take some of that money that you're making, you can set it aside, and you can start doing maybe a project on the side that fulfills your meaning or your sense of meaning. Because if you're making a lot of money but you hate what you do, or it doesn't bring you a sense of fulfillment and meaning, you're living one of the most pathetic lives out there. And your days are numbered, buddy. So are mine. And, we're not getting any younger. And so you don't have to jump full time into something. Maybe it's a nonprofit cause, or maybe it's a business opportunity, or maybe it's just mentoring teenagers or whatever the case. But I would rather be afraid and stressed out pursuing something that truly matters that I believe I was put on this earth to do. And by the way, these videos are a part of that. That's why I do these videos. Everywhere I go in the world, as I pop up in different countries and different states around America and different places, I meet all kinds of people. I learn all kinds of lessons, right? I mean, I just shot a turkey this morning. You know, we called it in and we talked back and forth with it with the turkey calls, and we called it in and I shot the thing right at like 12 or 15 yards out. It was really close and it was fun. And it's a stress reliever coming out here to this ranch in the middle of central Texas, and this huge 6,500 acre ranch. And, you know, there's another 8,000, I think, 8,000 acre ranch, the same owners, right across the street. And so coming out here, I'm out here with some military guys right now, some other guys who were injured in the war, whether in Iraq or Afghanistan, and they're trying to, you know, get their lives back together, or they're just trying to have recreation. And these wonderful people opened up their ranch to us, and we had some more people come out and contribute. Nobody here really knows each other, but the ranch opened its doors, its gates to us to come do a hunt. Some other people brought, you know, some guns. Another couple of guys, they brought their smoker on their trailer. They're smoking brisket and ribs right now as we speak. They've been doing it since like 6 o'clock this morning. So everybody, you know, they don't do that because that's costing these people money. So what are they really getting out of it? Not a whole lot, actually. Materially, I'm speaking. But they're getting a lot out of it when it comes to their meaning in life and doing something that matters that they believe in. They want to help a lot of these injured guys like myself get back on our feet and do things for us. They want to say thank you for our military service. They believe in what we've done. And they want to say thank you, but they don't really know how. And that's the case with most people. Fortunately, that wasn't always the case in America. Ask any Vietnam veteran, who I appreciate, by the way. I came home very different than they did, and I really got an upper hand because of that, and I'm very thankful to them for making that a possibility. But, you know, these people, they come out here with their why'd they come out here with their trailer, with the big smoker? It's like built in. It's the trailer. We're in Texas, so, I mean, it's crazy good food down here. And people always ask, you know, they say things like, I want to do something to say thank you to the troops. I don't just want to say thank you. I want to do something, but I don't know how. I don't know what I can do. Here's my advice to this guy when I was talking this morning. I was actually having the same conversation. I said, if you don't know what to do, just think about what you already know how to do. Whether it's for the troops, or maybe it's for disabled children or teenagers who are troubled youth. You want to do something for a group of people to help them and contribute to them and invest your life into theirs and make the world a better place and make their world a better place by helping them. You don't have to know everything. Just look at what you already know. If you don't know what to do, look at what you already know how to do and find a way to adapt that. You know, a lot of people, when it comes to the military, they know how to hunt. They have a ranch, or they know they have certain skills, or that, you know, so they'll teach these skills, shooting skills, or educational skills, trade skills. You know, maybe they have a bunch of money and they want to give away educational grants to the kids of military or whatever, so their college can be paid for. I mean, there are so many different, any little hobby or thing. You know, my co-author, Chad Robichaux, you know, in his MMA schools, actually it's the Gracie Barra jiu-jitsu schools, not MMA, there's a slight difference, but, you know, for the longest time, I think it still does it. I think he sold the school, but, you know, I think they still do it, where veterans who come home from war, he lets them train for free. That's expensive, because that's high quality jiu-jitsu right there. It's some of the best in the world, if not the absolute best. And it was his way of reaching out and trying to help these guys because it gave him a sense of fulfillment. It was guys just like him. He was deployed, I think, 9 times or something like that to Afghanistan, and he wanted to reach out. And so, him and I wrote the book Redeployed. You know, if you want to get that, just go to redeployedbook.com. But I do a lot of things. I'm not just here as a hunter. I brought a bunch of copies of Redeployed that I'm about to give to all these guys as a free gift. Because if you don't know, every time I speak on stage somewhere, for every one Redeployed book that leaves my table, we donate one, we match it 1-for-1, we donate it and give it away for free to the military or veterans to help them keep their families together and help them transition out of the military and coming home from war back into civilian life, and to stay on their feet and to progress in life, to succeed in life, in their families and their careers, to help them make the connections they need to have a better quality of life and to move forward in life beyond that pretty extreme experience that a lot of us have. And so that gives me a great sense of fulfillment. I love being a part of this stuff, not because I get to hunt. I mean, that's fun, but I love getting around these guys. I love getting around people who they're trying to go somewhere. Maybe they don't know how, or maybe they just haven't figured it out yet, but I'm a problem solver by nature. You know, that's one of the biggest things I do in business is I help people solve problems and coming up with solutions that work for them. And so that gives me a great sense of fulfillment that I get to be a part of that. And so that for me, that in and of itself, helping people solve problems doesn't always equal getting paid a lot of money. But in a lot of ways, it contributes a lot of times to the solutions I create and I can help provide to people. That does materialize into sources of income that I can go through nonprofit or you know, I can donate somewhere, or I can generate for a business, or whatever the case. And so the big thing really is that you're providing value. That's one of the greatest lessons, whether it's in business or you want to have deep, meaningful relationships. Provide value. In fact, provide value first. All right? Don't wait for someone to give to you and then give to them. Always be the one who gives first. Sometimes you'll get back and other times you won't. But so many of the times it'll come back in ways that are even greater than money. And if you can't imagine what that is, I'm talking about connections and relationships that make your life so worth living that you get to do life with certain people that you couldn't have met otherwise if you hadn't been generous first. All right, so there's a huge difference, obviously, between people who are satisfied and those who are not. And again, it comes down to living for something that is meaningful. Maybe you have an easy life, but you're not really going anywhere. You feel like you plateaued and you're frustrated because you don't know why you're here, or you don't feel like your life is worth anything or going anywhere. I felt that way a lot. I'm on like a roller coaster from that. I'll tell you, the weirdest thing is that I'll be working on a project and I'll be more stressed than ever, and I'll be grinding it out and I'll be doing things. And then I finally succeed. I finally launch the product or the program, the book, whatever it is, and it's great for about 2 or 3 days. And then my mind goes, all right, what's next? I've reached this mountaintop. Where's the next mountaintop? And if I don't find that next mountaintop sooner than later, that's where I actually get really, really depressed. I always have to be working on something. Now, everyone's a little bit different, so we're not all the same, or we're not as prone to that particular thing. But if you're like me, you will be. But again, happiness comes from progress. Making progress towards something meaningful, something that matters to you, contributing to something greater than yourself. Money has nothing to do with it, but money can provide you the opportunities and the resources to do the thing that fulfills you. So if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit subscribe. If you're watching this there or anywhere else, wherever you're watching this, feel free to leave a comment. What brings you satisfaction in life? I want you to leave a comment. If where you're watching this you can, I want you to leave a comment and just tell me, what brings you satisfaction in life? What exactly is it? And feel free to share this stuff with your friends, people who can benefit from it. That's the reason I believe I'm still here, is to help people. And I hope you've been helped by this video. It's some life-changing lessons I've learned. But if you want to be truly happy, you need to start something that matters, or be a part of something that matters, that serves something greater than yourself, and be making progress in a productive and good direction with that thing to fulfill something greater than you. All right? That's some of the greatest keys to happiness right there. Leave a comment, click like, and I'll see you in the next video.